And welcome back to our next session of Surveyors of the Digital World, the Solid State Glacier, which is another round of the Digimon Digital Adventures tabletop system. So, your group, as members of the Digital Surveyance Corp, are out on a mission. You are exploring the Solid State Glacier, a frozen section of the digital world, which is very not understood by the Surveyance Corp. And when there's a location in the digital world that isn't understood, people like you guys get sent out to wander it, figure out what's what and what's where, and then report back on that. So far, since arriving on a bit of a, not all the way at the top of a mountain, but pretty high up, you've descended down to some snowy plains, met up with a fairly friendly little Digimon who told you it was heading north to the sanctuary to hibernate, and got into a brief strife with a few other Digimon, a couple of Moosemon, which were hounded into you by another small, larger than the first one though, fluffy draconic Digimon. The Moosemon proved pretty aggressive and surprisingly strong for what would be expected of them. And after the battle ended, one of them, not completely defeated, but pretty injured, was left behind. And querying it, you got the impression that there's something a little off about it. And then Inumon mercy killed it. As he did.
It happens.
From there, you guys continued on north, up towards the path that you know the other Digimon was going on, and you started climbing up that mountain instead. You went through a snowfield of dips and rises before curving around a mountain climb and out over an ice bridge. And over that ice bridge, looking down, you were able to see that that snowfield you went through before was, in fact, a field of gigantic footprints, which is a little off-putting. Ahead of you, at the end of the ice bridge, is a series of steep stairs cut into a mountainside that leads upwards. You can't quite see what's at the top, but this is the most construction you've seen of anywhere in the Solid State Glacier so far. So that's where we're picking back off. So let's do that. What would you guys like to do?
Okay, so pretty much the very last...
I think we should take a break, even though it feels like we've been gone for a week.
I wouldn't be opposed after all of that. Quite a lot's happened.
I mean,
Clive's gonna yawn, and as cats do, looks like his face turns inside out a little bit.
As cats do.
As cats do.
I mean, we were going to the sanctuary to not freeze to death.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's a fair point. Maybe in that case we should press forward.
Like, at least until we get to either the sanctuary or some other kind of shelter.
It's called a sanctuary, so it's probably not terrible, right?
Sounds like what you would call a place that you would want to think would be terrible.
Unless its name's ironic, in which case we're screwed.
Fair.
Zen wants to check up real quick on her readings. There was a lot of seismic activity earlier. She wants to see if that's still happening.
All right, just following up on that, you've kept an eye on that. It's still very much in the distance to the south. Occasionally, when you look in the south, you can see high-rising clouds of snow, which seem to be just knocked upwards. But you don't have a specific idea of what it was. It's not as intense as originally, because when you guys first got here, you were just in time to see an entire mountain start collapsing, but it's not specifically going away either.
Okay.
Anyone else have a weird feeling that the mountain is a Digimon?
Bridget or the character?
Bridget.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or at least there's a
Okay.
very, very large Digimon nearby.
I mean, we all watched Detective Pikachu, right?
Yeah, we all saw Detective Pikachu.
I still need
There's
to
a
see that.
giant Torterra-sized Digimon underneath this glacier.
I still need to see that.
It was good.
Okay, so we're good to keep going then?
Yes, I think we should. Does everyone have little hand heat packets? And Eleanor starts like taking out like an endless supply. You know those instant heat packets? You rip it open and you like squish it, and it's like instant
Yeah, you
heat
shake it
pack.
up and
Yeah, she's like handing those out to everyone and being like, "Careful! I don't know if we would get frostbite being in a digital world, but we should assume we can. Digi frostbite."
I think Bergamon's making more like hot pockets for people to help out too, and he definitely takes one of the hand packets.
So you guys
Like
are you guys taking a break to like just rest when you're on the ice bridge? Because I think if you're going to be cooking, you've got to
Oh, that's true.
be
Yeah.
stationary for a bit.
Oh, they're hot pockets. They just need to be heated up real quick, right? Yeah. No. We're still just moving on, right?
I mean, that's what Derek wants to do, but I'm pretty sure he's still being held in the air by Galgamon, so
Yeah, Galgamon still got you. He's not letting go anytime soon. He's like, you're small and squishy, and I can't let anything bad happen to you.
Love that.
So good.
Yeah, I guess just moving forward is probably best, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
at
you
least
guys
off the
decide to
bridge.
You guys keep going across the ice bridge. It's very soon after the ice bridge connects to the next mountain over. It goes into sloped stairs that are cut pretty steeply into the side of the mountain. You see that there's a layer of snow on it, but you also see, not on every stair, but on every like third stair, there's a footprint that matches, Derek, you know, the Doremons, which you were following after before.
Okay.
These stairs are wrecking my knees.
Galgamon, can you make it down the steep stairs?
Yeah, it should be okay, maybe. He's got those big paws, but he's trying very hard.
Someone
All
get
right.
him some big dog boots.
Bakuman comes over to Ellen and is like, do you need a hand?
I would love a hand. And she, like, I don't know if you're floating around, Bakuman, but she would lean heavily.
Yeah, okay. That probably works. I don't think digivolving is going to help him climb down
No,
these
because then we're
stairs.
both going to fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
Bakumon can support Eleanor's weight while in the air, but definitely not like lift her up or move her.
Yeah.
I figured that.
I think she's just leaning on him, so because like if the stairs are really steep, and she has bad knees, she probably can't like do like 1 foot on one stair and 1 foot on the one below it. It's going to be one, and then another one, and then another one.
Oh, the shuffle.
Yeah, the shuffle.
Oh, I lost you guys for a second.
Oh, goodness.
So, sorry, you were saying Eleanor had bad knees, so...
Yeah, so she can't go down. She has to go down the stairs like one at a
It's
time.
up. The stairs are going up.
Oh, they're going up. That's even worse. So
No, they're leading up to the higher parts of this mountain.
yeah, have you ever watched like someone with bad knees try to like step on up to a bus and how it kind of takes a minute?
Right.
Yes.
It's
gonna
just like
take her
that.
a million years to climb
Did you
these
see
stairs.
that ping just now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I had a brief pop-up that said, like, your connection has been interrupted, so
Oh no.
that's weird.
Do
Alright.
the ping again, because I missed it. I was glancing. Okay, I saw that one.
Okay.
I think it's just like the off
You
green.
guys are
Yeah,
climbing.
Okay. Stella picks Bergamon up. She's just gonna carry this boy.
Yeah,
I
Choka's
loves it.
carrying Clive while climbing the stairs.
He's got his little head poking out.
Galgamon's going to be carrying
Your
Derek.
jacket.
Enumon's gonna like,
Yep.
because
That's a great
with a
question.
weird body shape like that, climbing upstairs is definitely a lot easier than climbing down. It's like one of those things. Like, what is it? Like horses can climb upstairs but not downstairs, or some weird fact like that.
Yeah, that's true. Dogs
Yeah.
definitely have a lot easier time too.
Yeah,
For sure.
So Enumon's
Yeah.
gonna like push Zin ahead because he's large and tube shaped and would kind of block off the entire stairwell. So taking up the
Also,
rear makes more sense.
So Inamon's going after everyone else?
Yes.
Alright.
Well, I assume if
Uh,
Zen's still doing the old hanging back thing, then
I think Clive would want to be on the lookout, so he and
Well, why don't you
Shogu
guys
may
put
be in the
yourself
front.
in an order from top to bottom, in order that you're climbing?
All right, I think
Okay.
Clive would want to be lookout, and then Derek, I feel like would. I don't know. I feel like Derek wants to see what's happening, but he's at Gaugamon's mercy. So
He's just holding him, keeping him safe.
so yeah.
Derek is like Cup is hold.
Yeah.
No, wait, I screwed the meme up. No, it's Gaugamon is like a cup, holds things.
Yeah.
Alright, so can you guys just put yourself in a marching order that you're going up these
Yeah.
stairs with?
So I think then if Clive's going to be trying to take the lead, then I guess Derek and Gaugamon would be right behind that.
All
I
right.
assume.
Stella's just kind of usually in the middle of the pack anyway. It's probably safe to assume.
Eleanor is. I don't know. Would Zen be in front of Eleanor because Eleanor's slow as shit right now. Because wherever
question.
Eleanor is, there's going to be a bit of a gap between them. I feel like.
Eleanor's like leaning on Bakumon, but also this big dog is just kind of nudging her from behind.
Yeah, I think Zen would probably be in front of you. Maybe like
Okay.
help looking back to help make sure you're getting up there.
Thank you, dear. So kind.
And Enumon's basically there in the back still, so if anyone starts to fall back, it is just into a dog face.
Very
Just
good.
land in dog face.
Alright,
I don't
so...
know if do Digimon eat dog treats? Because if they do, Eleanor's like trying to slip him some treats. for being
Digimon
such
eat
a-
most anything, I've learned.
Okay,
Most
so
Digimon will just never stop eating if the option is presented.
So instead of being behind and nudging every once in a while, Enumon is just walking behind, like, mouth wide open, because, like, once one dog treat came, it's just
Yeah.
like, he's just ready for the rest.
I love this big puppy. I want to look at it again.
Cute. Oh boy.
Ugh,
Love
He's-
this big Chungus.
He's little
big
Chungus.
chunks.
Little Chungus. I mean, he's still pretty sizable.
Oh yeah, like, he's like, you know the movie Beethoven?
Yeah.
He's like
Mm.
Beethoven.
Lovely.
Oh, like a Saint Bernard.
He's a big boy.
Alright, so for ascending these stairs, we're going to be doing some endurance checks, because this is just...
Oh no.
They're
Sure, we're
solid
all
things.
great at these, right?
So, first off the bat, Shoko, are you carrying Clive, or is Clive walking on their own?
Choco's carrying him.
Alright.
Oh right, I'm being carried. I don't need to make an endurance check when that comes up.
Do it. Let's see. Clive's body modifier is a 2, so if you're carrying Clive, make an endurance check, but with a -2 modifier.
Okay, hold on. I realize I don't have my character sheet open just a moment.
And endurance is body plus endurance, right?
Yeah.
I can
Which for
can roll
Shoko is
for
a grand total of 3.
Yeah,
-2, so 3d6 plus 1.
we have fun here.
Yeah?
3d6 minus plus 1.
Huh? Sorry.
Hey,
You know what?
Oh,
That's
damn, that's a
geez.
solid roll.
it's a pretty good roll.
that's pretty good.
I can
Clive is
afford
like-
that as a roll.
Clive is like purring like a rumble And
Oh.
it's maybe keeping her warm. I don't know.
All right. So, I mean, Clive still weighs an amount, but the
Yeah.
emotional support is enough to help Chioko power through.
Oh.
Yeah.
But sir, this is my emotional support, Clive.
Yeah.
The snow on the steps isn't the most shallow. Like, you step into the snow each time you go up, so it slows you down a bit. But with that 16, I'd say you're still able to press forward. It's not fast, but then again, those behind you aren't going to be moving the fastest either. So it's consistent. Chioko isn't falling behind or having any difficulty. It's just slow and steady. All right, Galgamon. You're going to be making a body check as well, which is a 3d6 plus 2.
Should I make an endurance check to see if my arms have fallen asleep yet by being held in this position?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll never deny someone who wants to make a check for whatever reason.
I just
Like, Galgamon's gonna put him down. He's just gonna have like the worst pins and needles that he's ever had in his life.
let's see. So body plus endurance. My arms are fine.
All right. And Galgamon's roll?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
So that's 3d6 plus CPU. So that is 3d6 plus 2 for Galgamon as well.
All right. Not so great.
Not so great. Chioko going ahead has slowed Galgamon down. And the thing with Galgamon's large size and claws is Galgamon would build up more stability the faster they go, because they can still go. If you got to like stop on each step, there's a moment of like sliding or trying to balance yourself because the steps aren't the widest for a sized Digimon. It's definitely slowing things down as well, but it's not like you're not tumbling or anything, but you're not moving at any real speed here.
Okay.
Galgamon's probably feeling like not making any gains compared to
Yeah. He's like,
if they're
"Come
still
on."
rookie level. All right. Stella, are you carrying Bergamon?
Yes, she is.
All right. So Bergamon's CPU modifier is a 2, so an endurance check minus 2.
Okay, so alright, she has a base of 10.
Jeez. The beef.
Dang.
She's strong. She works out.
Well, here's for a good roll. Solid roll. Yeah, compared to the others ahead, which are kind of going slow, Stella's just got a brief. If I could just get by, I could probably go a bit faster, but you're not having any difficulties, but you're also maybe getting a little. I don't know. Does Stella get frustrated if stuck behind people moving a bit slowly?
No, she's just too awkward to like try and like move past them. So she's just gonna stay where she is.
All right. Zen, on your own.
Okay.
So endurance check.
Let me remember what my endurance is real quick.
Body plus endurance, so 4.
We snot.
Yeah, it's not specifically stopping you guys from making the climb, but it is pretty quickly starting to wear on you as well. Like, this is a very steep staircase, and it's not small at all. So after like the first 30 seconds to a minute, you're like, oh god, over. Eleanor, supported by Bakumon.
Okay. All right.
So you got a body of 3, endurance of 1, so a 3d6 plus 4 from you as well.
All right.
So if one person gets a benefit from their Digimon instead of a...
It's average. I also am I okay? So yeah, okay. You go ahead, and then I'll add what I need to add after if I feel like it's relevant.
All right. Well, with Bakumon supporting Eleanor, like she's definitely not going at any speed, but she's also not needing to like sit down or take a moment's rest. She's keeping pace as much as the others are. Zen's not going too quickly ahead of you, so you're not feeling a stressful amount of pace, though you're definitely feeling the climb all the same. When you're done with this, you're very much going to want to not do things for a bit.
Okay.
All right, and Inumon behind, who's just making their climb.
And apparently eating dog treats every couple steps.
Yeah.
Inumon's still recovering a bit from the fight before. They took a pretty heavy blow and haven't recovered fully from that yet.
Yeah, that's what
That's what the dog treats are for.
That's what the dog treats are for. You gotta carbo load. So
all right,
CPU.
I'll let you make a health check off of that.
Okay,
Let's see if you can recover any for Inumon.
What's the health check? I forget how that one
That's
works.
you roll 4d6, which is your health d6, and then you're trying to get successes on that. So 4d6 greater than 5.
Greater than 5. I think that's the right code. Wait, isn't it greater than 4 because it's 5 or 6?
It's greater than 5.
Oh, so only 6s heal?
No, greater than 5 causes 5 to be detected.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, it's weird in Roll20 style.
So like that.
1 success.
Hey, slightly
Alright.
healed.
I'll heal 1 wound box. You're back to 3 of 6 on Inumon.
And then it's
An
CPU
endurance
for the
check,
actual endurance.
Yeah,
Right?
so 3d6 plus 1.
Not very good at all.
Oh
Distracted by treats.
Inumon does some struggling
Oh,
up
my
the
boy.
stairs, but you know that thing when you're like kind of slippery footing and your legs go and you just start sliding kind of back down the stairs.
It's like a dog on a kitchen
Back
floor.
down through the trail of snow, Doug, coming up here.
I guess the trail behind him is basically becoming a luge-like
Yeah.
thing.
Eleanor, you turn around to throw another dog treat and you just see Inumon looking up with sad eyes that's sliding back downwards.
Oh no. Zen, I think Inumon seems to be having some difficulty.
Zen turns around and it's like, oh no. Can Zen descend back down with relative ease and try to like grab onto Inumon and help pull him up?
Going back down the stairs isn't going to be as bad as going up it. You will have to make a probably just straight up body check or feats of strength check for grabbing and stopping Inumon. And also, Inumon isn't sliding the fastest down these stairs. Like it's grabbing onto each step as it goes down one by one, but it's also not getting the purchase to come back up. Like you'd have to move pretty quick to get down to it though.
Okay, in that case, can I just kind of like try to run down and place myself behind Inumon to give him a stopping point?
Sure, yeah, okay. So you quickly pass by Eleanor. Eleanor then goes right by you and just goes down the stairs down to where Inumon is. Kind of getting over Inumon's a bit of a task because it doesn't take up the whole stair, but with it sliding as well, you're kind of awkward getting around it, but you manage to try to grab onto it and get in the way. You will need to make a feats of strength check.
Could I perhaps persuade you to make that an athletics check? This is not really like a strength thing so much as like trying to maneuver around. If not,
Well,
I'll just roll it.
No, the maneuvering around's fine, but once you're there, you said you want to get behind it and
Oh,
stop it.
right.
That's feats of strength.
I believe in you. For a second, I looked up and saw my roll and thought that was your roll, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, same.
Well,
Alright, 13 isn't the highest. Inumon, you do stop, but the pushing ends up tumbling you guys a bit further down the stairs. And by the time you've stopped, Inumon's kind of lying on top of you, and falling down the stairs has worked Zen over a bit. I'm going to mark 1 wound box on Zen.
All right.
You got
But
dog
you and
roll.
Inumon have stopped, but you're a ways down the stairs from the others now.
Oh dear.
Well,
So Zen, what's next? Zen,
as a
Inumon,
good
what
dog,
are you guys gonna do?
Inumon is going to lick Zen on the, I guess, face mask thing because
Yep.
helpful.
Yeah, Zen reaches up and just pats the face.
Okay.
This stairway's made out of snow, right?
No, the stairway has snow on top of it, but it's actually the stone of the mountain that's being cut in a shape.
I see.
You have a very warm dog lying on top of you and a very cold slab of stone on your back.
Ugh. Okay, I think. Zen kind of looks up at Inumon and says, "This would be a little easier if you were bigger."
Inumon's just like, just like, maybe? It might be harder to fit. Taurus,
Can
would
we
it be
make him
easier if I
pocket size?
would it be easier if I took up the entire stairwell?
A large size would probably push you over the stairs.
Yeah, that might not work then.
Okay.
Now, to be fair, I would enjoy the healing from digivolving, but
I mean, the thing about the stairs is it's not like the staircase is out over a ledge or something. There's mountain stone on either side of you. It's just that climbing that's going to be a lot more difficult than... Thanks, Maddie.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
Climbing stairs is easier than trying to climb the mountain that the stairs aren't part of.
Okay.
wait, I have a question.
God, the memes. They flow like honey. Yep.
Aren't you bad at the stairs?
Can I go into the digivice?
Dog.
Oh, good question.
Did I specify anything about that this session?
I don't think
Or
so.
this campaign? I think the only time we really had into the Digivice was in Castle of Hearts. And that was more about the fact you weren't specifically in the digital world. You were in a border world of that. I think in the digital world itself, you can't really digitize a Digimon further.
Now, I don't have a design for it, but can I go down into in-training?
Please tell me he's just a head. Just
I
a
mean,
dog head.
I didn't
That's
really...
all in trainings are. I'm not sure what ruling I'd use for that. I think the way it is that Digimon have a stable form, and then they can digivolve up from that with the help of a partner. And once they're exhausted enough or out of energy, they'll return to the stable form. But I don't specifically think you can drop down from the stable form.
I didn't think so either, but I was like, that would be a much smaller Digimon.
Yeah, it would be.
Can I just make him smaller? Can I just hack
Hack the dog?
the dog through my Digivice? Wasn't the big problem last time that it wasn't mine?
Yeah, you definitely had more difficulty with the Moosmon, but you've also had more time with Inumon. So I'll let you make a computer roll on that, and we'll see what you can do with that.
Okay.
Or give me wings and let me fly. That'd be cool too.
Oh wait, shit. Is that possible?
Give me a computer roll, and I'll tell you what you can do with that.
All right. Essentially, just remember.
Did you Red Bull? It gives you literal wings.
Well, it's just like which tamers when they just augment with cards.
Yeah.
They're just augmenting you with a flying aspect for a minute.
Well, I don't think 21's enough to specifically do code modification for this because you don't have these programs set up or a way to run these programs on Digimon automatically. Yeah. With a 21, I'd say you can definitely energize Inumon to give it a kick of strength to be able to get back onto it and go more stably than before. But
Hey,
you're
I'll
not going
take
to get
that.
any changes beyond that. You
I'll take it.
You can give, not Red Bull will give wings, but just Red Bull will do.
Here's a shot of code for you.
Energy code.
Yeah, Inumon doesn't get a Red Bull. Inumon gets a 5-hour energy. Okay.
Yeah, so with that, and with the path through the snow that Inumon's being slowly clearing out as it goes up the stairs, I'd say it's able to start moving quicker than before up there, and I won't require a check for that.
Clearly, we could have just solved this all by Eleanor just holding out a dog treat and like luring him back up, but we didn't think about it.
You could carrot and the stick, but there's only a carrot.
All right. Shoko, Galgamon, and Stella, if you continue at the pace you're doing, especially with Eleanor, who's, I guess, did Eleanor stop to watch out for Inumon and Zen while they were going down the stairs?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so there's a gap forming between you three in front and those two behind. Do any of you look back, notice this, or stop and wait, or what's the deal here?
I think Clive would be intentionally keeping watch and making sure that nobody falls behind.
I'm not sure how
the-
easy it would be for Clive with Galgamon right behind them is the thing.
I think you'd be like
Especially
trying
if
to
Shoko
crane
is
his
holding
neck.
Clive.
I think Stella probably notices this, but like, she kind of like isn't very good at speaking up about this. She's kind of like, maybe we should, you know, guys.
She would be like, "Oh, what's the matter? Did you see?"
Folks fallen behind.
Oh my goodness. Okay, everyone, we need to stop for a moment.
Right. Eleanor and Zen, while you're still falling behind, could each of you make a perception check for me?
Okay.
Rightio.
Great. Murdered by ninjas.
Sorry, is perception willpower or intelligence?
Perception's willpower.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking kill my neighbor's dog. I don't know if that's coming through.
No.
Okay. Just everything else that's been.
Okay, 17 from Zen, and from Eleanor? Another 17.
Hey.
All right,
17 club.
fair enough. Okay, so Stella and Co. Stopping and noticing you guys are back down there. And Inumon's starting to push up, and Eleanor, Inumon's coming pretty close to you now and kind of barreling up the stairs a little.
And kind of what?
Barreling up the stairs.
Oh my god, okay. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh no.
Does she try to get out of that? Like, do I?
You tell me, what does Eleanor do? You got Inumon who's just going up the stairs pretty quickly now, and you're a little bit in the way of that.
Can Eleanor? No, because Eleanor's too big to try to hitch a ride. My god, well, she has a cane. I don't know if she gets barreled over by the dog. I feel like that's gonna be
Her
Bakuman's problem.
bones!
Not grandma's bones.
It'll just play that SpongeBob. My legs.
My legs!
Yeah, I think Eleanor's fate might be. I don't think she can do anything about that. I think her fate might be in Bakuman's hands.
I mean, I don't know how much Bakuman can do either.
I mean, we're trapped between like the cliffside and literal rocks, and Inumon's trying to go up the stairs, right?
Yep.
So she either has to speed up, which is unlikely, or she's gonna have to stop Inumon, which is unstoppable force meets immovable object. I don't know that Eleanor would be able to do anything other than be like, "Oh, slow down, dear. Oh, you're gonna knock me off this cliff."
Grandma, no!
Grandma
Yeah,
got run
Run
over by a big dog.
No.
I don't
Oh
know
my
how much
God.
Buckman can actually do, but he does kind of turn around like, hey, slow down a little bit. All right?
Wait, shit. I have to. I don't know if I have the paper, but I had the contents of Eleanor's bag written down somewhere, and I can't remember if there's a grappling hook in there or not. Because if there is,
Please, grandma with a
Shit.
grappling hook.
shit, where?
See if you
Piece
can
of
find
paper.
that.
Yeah. Oh, thank God, there she is. Okay. All right. So, contents of her bag: first aid kit, ski pole, tea. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. Oh, she has her. She has her. Her standard cane end. She has her cane has like a ski pole end, and she also has like an alternate one.
Now, I will say, I know that my character is currently part of the problem, but I do have a possible solution you could try.
If she could get herself out of the way, that would be great.
I'm just going to remind you of one fact. You do apparently have a box of dog treats.
Yeah, she's gonna hold one out in front of his nose and hope that stops him.
All right, Andy, it's your character.
I will say, if nothing else, he at least momentarily stops to just, like, envelop the dog treat.
All right. Well, you got big, wet dog mouth all around your hand, around the box and hand.
Just eat the whole bag. Wrappers
Everyone's
and
hyped
everything.
right now.
There's a good dog. She's gonna try to like flatten herself against the cliffside so he can continue his Red Bull code thing.
Code red.
That's a
Stop.
Mountain Dew.
You know what?
How
Fine.
Close
interesting.
enough.
We're climbing a mountain.
That's true.
It's Mountain Do or Die.
Yeah.
Mountain don't.
All right. With
I'm
Eleanor
sure some
pressed
of us
against
are
the
feeling like
cliffside-
this was a mountain down.
With Eleanor pressed against the cliffside and Inumon momentarily stopped on its charge, it's able to navigate around her and then start climbing up again and picking up speed again.
Well, that could have gone horribly wrong. Are you
Zen,
alright
you
there,
follow
Buck?
up behind Inumon. So you're up
Buckman is
there
like
with-
mildly annoyed that his like brief yelling didn't stop. Just didn't do anything.
Listen, don't worry. Sometimes actions speak louder than words.
I'm just glad everyone's unharmed.
All right, so Zen, you're able to catch up to Eleanor. Not quite at Inumon speed, but
Alright, I guess I'll
I give her a
get
thumbs
stuff
up.
here, because...
all right. Stella, further up the stairs, you were stopped, but you see that this entire situation has resolved itself a little, and Inumon is now powering up the stairs faster than you guys have been climbing it so far.
Oh boy.
Oh
Um,
boy.
Two.
Stella sees this big dog charging towards her and just kind of freezes. Her first instinct is like she will try to stop this dog with force. She
Are
kind of
Chioko and Galgamon still moving, or are they stopped ahead as well?
Oh, we stopped.
All right, so you guys have
Make sure
stopped
everyone was
and
okay, but now we're like,
looking
oh.
back, but It's
Yeah.
difficult for Chioko to get a view down the stairs from this angle with Galgamon right behind her, but Galgamon holding Derek up can definitely see all of this going down.
Yeah, Stella kind of puts Bergamon down beside her and just kind of braces herself for this big incoming dog.
Oh my
All
god.
right, love that. Okay, make a feats of strength check.
Can
Okay.
Bergamon help?
How can Bergamon help?
Can he?
By grabbing onto her calf and like bracing his little feet against the ground?
At the very least, Bergamon will not be taking up an arm. Stella is able to use both arms to
He's moral
make this
support.
attempt.
So feats of strength. That's body, right?
Yeah.
That's a plus 11.
For what it's worth, I do have a house rule I want to quickly go over. Digimon and Tamers can combine their stats for a check if they ever want to, but specifically when they do that, it will draw attention in some way or another. It will be louder and make more note than if one was doing a stat check on their own. So you can have Bergamon help if you want. You just have to be aware that this is going to be more notable than if one of you were doing a check on your own.
Do we want to? I mean,
Bergamon's
Bergamon's trying to help
CPU is
anyway.
a 2, so it would be a +2 to that.
I don't know if
Okay.
that's too helpful now. IMO. I think he's just giving moral support, but
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm hoping this plus 11 is going to do it anyway.
Well, let's see what
Let's
your
find
roll's
out.
like. Alright, let me just have a body roll from Inima. Not specifically a CPU roll, a body roll. Because this is more about a passive stat than an active, I guess.
Okay. So that
3d6
is-
plus 3. I want to see if you can get a 666 and match this or not.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Stella, it's not like an immediate start when Inamon's like... Well, Andy, you talk me through this. Inamon's hopped up on this energy code and is just going without much concern in slowing down or stopping, focusing on moving more than thinking about what's ahead.
Also, now that he has a mouthful of a box of dog treats that he's chewing,
Yep.
his eyes are barely even open. He's just kind of like, you know how like when you're working out that like last mile of a run, and you're just kind of like on a treadmill or whatever, and you're just like completely zoning out everything so that you don't realize how tired you are, kind of thing.
Fair enough.
He's in that state, but also with a mouthful of treats.
Okay. Stella, you brace yourself and you immediately hands full of very big, solid dog, and it immediately starts. It's tricky because you're on stairs and you're trying to bend low enough to stop Inumon, and then I think Inumon does push you back. You can definitely stop it, but in this sort of condition, you're still going to get bowled over backwards. How close is Galgamon behind you? Like, is Galgamon bracing as well, or is Galgamon enough far back that Stella can fall backwards without hitting it?
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry, what was the question?
How far is Galgamon from Stella?
Like, had we started going back up already when we saw that they were apparently catching up?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so there's enough distance that there's no one else behind Stella, as you basically the same thing that happened to Zen is happened to you now. You've got this big, heavy dog lying on top of you as you're pressed against the back of the stairs, but the dog did stop, but it did bowl you over as well.
Enumon's
Given
a
that
helper.
knockover.
Stella
You didn't
just
get
kind
exactly
of like
dragged down the
lying
stairs
limp
the same way Zen did, so I won't give you a wound box.
She's just like lying limp underneath this dog. She did her job, but at what cost?
All right.
What did it cost? Everything.
She kind of like tilts her head over to look at Bergman beside her and kind of gives him a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Bergamon managed to avoid the crushing.
It was very small.
Fair enough. Wonder how easy it is to show off on. We'll find out.
She also says to Bergman, "Can I get some help, buddy?"
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Oh my.
I think it's important we all
fucking
get to see
God.
these things.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Way to be an extremely good dog, and he's falling down all those stairs.
Fuck. God damn it.
Thank you, Maddie.
Beautiful, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is beautiful.
Holy shit.
At this point, with all the excellent memes we keep sharing in chat, I feel like I've got to put them on screen as well.
Yeah.
It's part of the experience.
Oh my God. Bergamon doesn't have any like very helpful moves, but I think he's just gonna like very. Actually, you know what? Can he like materialize a little burger with his delicious patty attack and kind of try to coax Inamon off?
Absolutely. I don't think a patty needs to be even cooked to get Inamon to move.
He is a dog. Raw meat's probably not necessarily like it's probably not the best for him, but it's not bad for him.
Oh, this is like an attack that summons like a delicious hamburger, so I think it's like it's probably cooked-ish, right?
It's probably fine.
It's pre-cooked. It's just
Yeah.
And Inumon, motivated by inertia and food, is easily lured off. Despite still having at
Good
least
dog.
most of a full mouth of dog treats. It's just like...
God bless.
Good
Also,
dog,
I just
best
realized
friend.
that unless something happened, he's probably accidentally eaten that shard of metal from last time at this point. Because he was definitely
Oops.
carrying that in his mouth before he was being lured by dog treats.
Oh no!
So that's a problem for later. He's digital. It'll be
Later?
fine.
So
Later?
Shioko and Galgamon were moving ahead. Maybe they were keeping more of an eye backwards, but again, it's more Shioko and Clive having better luck looking forward and scouting ahead because Galgamon does take up a solid view of the stairs behind you guys.
Yeah.
But are you guys just gonna continuing on?
Mm-hmm.
I
think so.
Yeah.
assume as long as no one else falls off.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's okay. I think at this point, after this bit of adventure, you're all managing to get moving on the stairs further up and making the climb. Shioko, you were the first to start making it to peak of the staircase. The mountain still reaches taller still, but the stairs come to an end, coming through some solid rock walls that rise up above your head on either side. And as you climb up, you emerge into a kind of snowy plateau on the side of the mountain.
Oh.
Looking around on your left, a little further out, is the end of that plateau where it falls down to the mountainside again. Looking to your right, you see footprints leading through the snow, which lead all the way up to, built into the side of the mountain, this large, elaborate set of bluish metal doors and a Digimon standing before them. So let's move you guys over there, and you guys can come one after the other into this location.
Oh.
Exciting.
We position you a little, and I'll move the rest of you guys in as you appear. So, move you over to this section, and let me grab the first of the Digimon in the area. Where are you? There you are. It's a taller Digimon than any of those with you. Galgamon reaches up to slightly over human size. This thing's about twice a person's size, so maybe about 10 feet. It stands arms crossed in front of the doorway, just staring out.
I didn't realize he had this variation.
There's a large humanoid lion-looking Digimon, arms crossed, white fur, just looking out. Even as you like emerged, you're looking at and you don't see this thing even budge, but it's there now.
Clive's ears are gonna sort of stick straight up for a moment, and he's gonna tilt his head up and try to look at Chiyoko and be like, okay, put me down, I'm gonna try to talk to him.
Of course. I'll be right here with you the whole time.
She'll set him down and just like stick close.
Okay.
All right. As you guys are moving forward, Galgamon with Derek in hand is the next to move up. So you two follow up after these stairs as the others are slightly more behind with the Inumon shenanigans.
Clive's going to approach this Digimon sort of with his paws sort of like toe beans up to show that he's like not armed. And he's gonna nod at the Digimon and say, wait, what time of day is it? What time of day is it?
It's light enough that it feels like it should be daytime, but you haven't been able to spot a sun in the sky. There's still the kind of rainbow barcode aurora in the distance, and the sky is light, but you're not getting specific sunlight.
Okay. So Clive approaches and says, hello, we have heard that this is the sanctuary, and we were curious about its purpose. He's just going to be straightforward to the point.
All right. So this Digimon's head kind of tilted down as you approached towards it. It immediately responded to your presence, but it didn't move at all. After you speak, it bends a knee and just drops down to a lower height, but it's still very tall as it reaches out a head over your hand. It doesn't touch it down, it just holds a head out. Like, who have you brought to this sanctuary, little one?
Clive's ear twitches at being called little one, but he isn't visibly bothered. He says, I've brought my human companions and their partner Digimon. We are here to learn.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's quite right. We mean no harm. We're merely explorers.
It looks up past you at Galgamon and Derek in distance. How many are you?
How many are there? I don't know how to count.
10.
There's 10 of us in total. 5 humans and 5 Digimon.
Was that Hannah or Chiyoko who doesn't know how to count?
Me who doesn't know how to count. Hannah, I don't know how to count. Chiyoko would know how many people are here. I try to ask really quietly because I don't know how to count.
All right. It looks over the two of you and stands back up. Says, "A moment." It reaches back to the door and gives a push. And as the door leads inwards, you see not all the way in, but you can immediately see there's a glow of candlelight inside, and there's movement about, and an altar at the far back of it as this Digimon steps inside and then closes the door after it.
Clive would have tried to use that opportunity to glean as much information as possible. Is there a role I could do for that?
Absolutely. For Digimon, that's just going to be a brains roll. So for Clive as a Gatomon, that is a +2. 3d6 +2.
Nice going, Clive.
You look in and you managed to spot just one thing that stood out to you. It was a small Digimon that was reaching up and lighting one of the candles. It was using kind of like a metal pole with a candle on the end of it to light a candle on a pillar. So you saw a Digimon that looks like this.
Oh,
Oh. Huh.
flash from the past.
Yeah, so there's at least one of those little ones in there. You saw others moving as well, but this one specifically drew your eyes.
Okay.
All right. Who's the next to arrive to the top? Inumon going over Stellar, I imagine.
Probably.
All right. So as this is going on, Inumon arrives up. Does Stella just get up and keep moving with Bergamon after the Inumon deal? Tess?
Sorry, what? I zoned out for a sec.
Does Stella just get up and keep moving with Bergamon after Inumon's gone past?
She will, like, yeah, once anyone's gotten up off her, she will, yeah, get up, brush herself off, and, like, yeah, pick Bergamon back up, head on up to the top.
All right. Bakumon, Eleanor, and Zen are still on the stairs. Bakumon and Zen are helping Grandma with her climb. But you guys are up top now. If you want to discuss anything or gather up or group up as that Digimon went into the sanctuary behind it.
So no one's like guarding the door at the moment.
There's no one guarding the door at the moment, but the door was closed again after the Digimon went inside of it.
I think. Oh wait, Zen's not here yet.
Zen's still on the stairs, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
It's a slow climb,
Stella just kind of mutters like, "What do we do?"
Well, there was this rather large Digimon who said he'd be right back. So, perhaps we should wait for his return and then we can see what we can do.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Right. Any of you guys up to anything while you're waiting? Or are you just standing around?
You can sort of hear Eleanor muffled in the distance. These stairs are so hard on my knees.
Oh. Would Chioko be able to go back and help Eleanor?
I don't know how much more of a hand you could lend than Zen and Bakumon already.
All right.
Probably the most equipped to move Eleanor would have been Galgamon.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Galgamon.
Galgamon
Is
can just
Galgamon
go.
still holding Derek right now, or did it finally put Derek down?
He's finally put Derek down since we're like on a flat surface and everybody's gathered together. Galgamon will be like, can I go back and help the old lady a little bit?
He could have been carrying Eleanor this entire
Yeah.
time. He didn't.
He's not very smart.
He also likes to hit things, so Derek's gonna like look back to where the giant muscle cat left, and then realize that Galgamon just has to go in the other direction. Like, yes, do that.
All right, I'll be right back. So he's gonna go over back and help Eleanor. Just like scoop her up with his scarf hands.
I'm just gonna say, your scarf hands are so nice. Make sure to keep those warm. Do you need a heat packet? And she's like rummaging around in her purse while being carried around.
Quite all right, ma'am, but thank you very much for the offer. Are you all right?
Oh, no need to be bashful. I'm fine. My knees
What?
are gonna feel awful in the morning, but other than that, I think we're all good. What have I missed up top?
There was this
whippersnappers got into.
big cat that I want to fight later. He kind of disappeared for a bit.
Oh, I don't think we're gonna need conflict.
Not like a conflict. I just want to challenge him.
Oh, I see. Is she close enough to pat his nose?
Yes.
All right, she pats his nose and she says, "Well, you do you, my dear. You live your best life."
Thank you.
Oh my god, Grandma.
I would
Love
give you a
her.
dog treat, but Inumon ate them all.
Yeah. She gives him one of those, she says, Inumon got all the treats, but I do have a couple of candies left, and she pulls out, those strawberry candies.
Oh.
I was going to
Strawberry.
expect her to have an unending stock of Werther's originals.
Maybe.
The strawberry
Thank you.
candies are worse though, so
I unironically enjoy those.
I like them too.
No, I mean, like, in terms of being old lady candy, they have stronger energies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I think
My mom makes
Werther's
fun
are
of
more
me
of
whenever I'm
the,
like,
are more
"Can
of
you
like
bring
the
me a
old
bag of this
man
home
on a
from
porch
work?"
candy.
It's just like, I'm an old lady.
They're so good though.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to buy bags of Werther's for myself, so I agree with that.
All right. As after maybe about a minute and a half, the large Digimon returns from. It opens the doorway again and steps back outside, and it's about at that time too that Galgamon makes it up with Eleanor, and following behind, Zen and Bakumon are able to make it up too. Does Bakumon just hitch onto Galgamon?
I do have a second scarf hand.
It's just the energy I got from Bakumon that as soon as Eleanor was secured, it would just grab onto Galgamon
boy.
for the lift. All right.
Zen uses the alone time climbing to just think about her life and what's gotten her here.
All of these decisions that brought you to this point.
Yeah.
Unimon, on the other hand, is just like, he is, now that he made it to the top, he's just kind of like sitting there, like, content, because he has a very full belly now.
Yeah. Probably
Oh,
panting a little.
Yeah.
Someone needs a belly rub.
All right. As you guys are all gathering out, this Digimon emerges again, and it looks out over the 10 of you, as noted, and just gives a nod and pushes the door inwards. Says, "The Frostwind Sanctuary welcomes you."
Clive's eyes light up, and he takes Chioko's hand gently. He says, "Thank you." To the Digimon, he puts as he's walking by, he puts his other paw out, and he says, "This is a handshake. This is a gestures that humans use to greet one another." And he just holds his paw expectantly towards this big Digimon.
Choco's looking at him too, like, "Come on, do it to the little guy."
This Digimon
she's
just
just
reaches
looking.
down with a big hand that's like the size of Clive. Just kind of cups the side of Clive with the hand.
And Clive does his best to like shake his large lion muscle hand. And he says, I am Gachamon, but you may call me Clive. What can we call you?"
I am Panjamon.
"Hello, Panjamon. It's so nice to meet you."
It is a pleasure. Thank you so much for your hospitality.
It's like that.
And Clive's gonna go in. He's very
Yeah,
excited,
yeah.
and he's tugging Chiyoko along.
Yeah,
All
Chick
right.
is going with him.
Clive and Shoko go in. Who else is in a hurry to go in? Who's more pacing around outside? So let me know how you are all moving.
Jackamon's just like doing laps around Derek again.
Zen's taking readings for sure.
Dirk?
Wants to know what this structure is made up out of. If there's any like pings of Digimon inside she can get from the outside, things like that.
All right. That's a perception with int check again because you're using your computer as a modifier for that.
Sure.
Derek's just
Hope
kind
I
of doing
don't-
that, like, finger steeple over your nose thing that you do when, you know.
You're an anime villain?
No, more the one that's just like the very exasperated kind of one, where it's just like collecting the thoughts, like
Yeah.
God.
when
It's
you have,
the
for
breathes
example,
in boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boy.
Oof.
it's
I don't
you know that gesture you make when you have a large dog, like a taller than a person sized toddler running around you hyperactively.
All right. Was that Zen's check?
Yep.
Okay. You immediately get a batch of Digimon signals of varying strengths, from some small to some quite impressively strong, throughout the structure. You're not really able to get a where each is, but you know there's a fair number of Digimon inside of this. And you get the feeling there's more than just whatever you're about to walk through those doors into. It's built into the side of the mountain, so it uses the caves a lot and rock, but the doors at least are very solidly metal, and there's probably other metal inside. That's about all you've got.
Okay. Thank you.
Stellar and Bergamon, are you guys going to stand around outside or follow after Chioko?
Stellamon is naturally inclined to just stand around outside, but if Bergamon wants to go inside, she will. So she kind of looks at him like, "What do you want to do, dude?"
I think we probably should go inside, get out of the cold, right?
She kind of sighs, but like, "Yeah, all right." And yeah, she plods on in after.
All right, so move Stellar and Bergamon after. Derek's just watching Gargamon sprint laps. Inumon's just sitting in the snow, panting. Zen's doing some computer things. Eleanor and Buckelmon?
Eleanor wants to go inside. Bakuman, it's quite chilly out here. I'd like to see what's going on in there.
Yeah,
Say hello.
All right.
What are you being so testy for? I'll be all right, dear.
Help?
I'll be
Okay.
fine, dear. You can need some rest too.
You've been complaining a lot about your knees.
Yes, they're awful, but I'll be fine. You need to worry about you.
I don't need to worry. I'm fine.
It's not a bad thing to need help, Bakuman.
I don't need help.
Oh dear, this one's in his rebellious phase.
Stop.
Was that to anyone or like just to the air?
Okay, dear, and she's leaving. Bye.
Right.
I love her,
Elmo's giving
Grandma.
Buckelmon some alone time. Does Buckelmon immediately follow after or stay outside to sulk a little?
No, he does follow her.
Yeah.
He's grumpy about it, but he does follow.
All right. So move Eleanor and Buckelmon as well.
Gagamon's just like, are we going inside? Or are you just going to stand out here?
Yeah.
After another second, Derek just sighs like, "We're gonna go inside."
All right, let's go. And like Gagamon starts to take off in a run and then skids to a stop in front of the door and then like shuffles in slowly because that's polite.
I think Eleanor would stop to say hi to Panjamon.
All right.
Hello! You're very tall!
Others might be very small.
That's very wise. Thanks for letting us in. Here, would you like a candy?
Reaches down, giant paw, like tries to grab it with the hand, then just turns its paw around for you to put the candy into.
She takes the wrapper off for him.
Immediately tosses it in its mouth and just you hear a crunch inside its mouth pretty quickly.
There we go. Have a good night. And she goes in.
All right. Yep.
Zen's gonna follow. Does a very quick scan of the Punjayamon. It's like, hey, sup?
Is that like scan as in look over or scan as in computer check?
Computer check.
All right.
It's more like logging the data. If you don't want me to roll for it or anything, or
No, you can pick up some basics up close. You know it is a vaccine type Digimon, and you know it is an ultimate level Digimon.
okay.
So big, strong, but not necessarily. Vaccine doesn't really mean so much like good versus evil, but it's a more lawful than chaotic leaning, really.
Right.
And Inumon, of course, seeing Zen go by, just starts trotting after.
All right. One by one, you as a group enter. Clive and Shioko as the first in. Let's go through what you guys see.
Okay.
Immediately, there's a couple of these little red Digimon that are going around. There's about two more around. They're looking after some of the candles that are on pillars that are there's kind of these metal discs hanging on pillars, and there's candles in the discs, and these guys have to kind of reach up with these little tools. They can't just breathe a little fire up there because it's a little high up, but they're moving around after that. Looking from side to side, you see, and up and down, you can also see there's some other Digimon around. Kind of high up, there's arcing rafters overhead, and you see some slight movement up in those as well as some Digimon float along by them. There's these ghostly Digimon that are just floating around overhead. There's various pews and benches around. There is a Digimon kind of lying on its back on one of them who looks up a little as you guys walk through, but doesn't specifically get up or move towards you. There's a weapon lying next to it on the floor as well. This one. Just chilling, lying on one of the benches. And at the back of this immediate room, looking out over those gathered here, not quite as tall as the Punchamon on the outside, but still like more than a person and a half. There is a large winged angel-like Digimon just standing at the back of the area. So as you enter, this is just what you see all around.
Clive is like taking everything in. He's really interested. He sort of tugs at Chiyoko's sleeve and goes, "This is what your human churches look like, right?"
Yes, it's quite similar to one.
Why would we have something so similar in the digital world?
I'm honestly not sure. Perhaps we should ask around. It looks like perhaps that Digimon over there might know. She looks a bit like a human nun.
I really love that Digimon's called Sistermon.
Yeah.
So Clive's gonna walk over and similarly introduce himself.
All right. This Digimon has just been lying on a pew. As you approach, she kind of stretches her arms up and leans up as she does so. Turns her head and looks over. She's like, "Okay. Hi." Like finger guns.
Good day.
Clive, his tail sort of lashes because like he's seeing other humans do that. Like if you take a gander over at Zen's picture, Clive sort of tries to do it back, but it's really hard because he's only got like 3 digits.
He's only got 3 fingers.
Yeah, and he goes, "Hello, I'm Clive. We're
kind
new
of
here."
Rests her arms over the back of the pew so she can look over at you guys. Like, "Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I like that. Hi, I'm Sister Mont Blanc. And
Hi.
I can tell you're new because you've got humans, and that's not something that's happened around here."
Why is that? I guess, well, I mean, I know we're this is the first party of humans here, but
I mean, humans will pop up now and again wherever, but I haven't heard about them out here before, so new.
Clive's
Useful.
ears go straight up and he goes, "How long ago were humans here?"
Well, not here specifically, like I'm saying, you're the first ones here. But I've been
the ones
around, and
ones
other
that you've
places I go to, I'll see them now and again.
How far back does now and again go?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that sort of thing. It's been a while. It's been a bit since the last one.
Huh. Clive is deep in thought.
Choco's just
As Shoko and Clive go for this conversation, the rest of you start heading in. So Stella was the next to go in, with Bergamon taking the lead. So where does Bergamon go to? Bridget?
I'm thinking.
Okay. Because I imagine Stella's just going to kind of gravitate towards a corner and stand there unless Bergamon drags her somewhere.
Yeah. This is a lot of new people. She's not ready for this.
I think Bergamon actually. Oh, let me take it off a pan. Bergamon's gonna run up to one of these boyos.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Hey, is there a kitchen in here?"
We have food stores and we have preparation areas for those.
Where could I find something like that? Just curious.
Just turns and looks at the large angel Digimon that's at the back. We should really ask. Oh my God. We should really ask the head priest.
Stella kind of, very
Oh, okay.
cautiously kind of comes up behind, like, I'm not sure you should be taking over the kitchens. We just got here.
Yeah, you're right, Stella.
I love that I can do this now.
Oh my god.
This is beautiful, Gavilan is too scarf plus.
Beautiful.
It's good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Eventually, though. Eventually.
Right, so what was Bergamon up to?
He's looking for he wants to do some cooking, but they're not gonna tell him where the
Is he just discussing with the priest?
yeah. And that dude's big, and Bergamon's tiny. He wants to stay with Stella.
All right.
Yeah, Stella's kind of, yeah, she agrees. Let's not talk to the big guy.
Okay, who was next in? Eleanor's next?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Eleanor is snapping pictures. She's like, "Ooh, the architecture is lovely."
Oh, these are definitely going in the scrapbook.
Yeah.
Visit to Digimon Vatican.
Taking pictures like a real tourist.
It is
Bless her.
immediately in and touristy.
She doesn't take pictures of any of the Digimon without asking permission. I think she's gonna walk up to one of the little fire fellas and be like, "Would it be all right if I took a picture?"
It kind of looks around for a bit and then throws up a slightly awkward pose and a peace sign.
The V for victory.
She takes a picture, and she shows it, and she says, "Oh, you look so charming and handsome in this one," and gives it a smile before sort of moving away much faster than you would think for an old lady who was struggling up some stairs.
All right, Bakuman, what are you up to?
He's gonna follow Eleanor. Calm down a little bit. You're like a tourist. He doesn't know what a tourist is. He's probably heard Eleanor.
Eleanor's gonna look at him and
Heard
he's
it
gonna
from
go.
Clive.
She's She's gonna be like, "Bakuman, you've improved your vocabulary. I'm so proud."
All right. Galgamon followed after. Galgamon, you're a little larger than the humans, but there's enough space for you to move around as well. This thing's built for Digimon of a range of sizes, so there's room enough for you to move around through here.
Before Galgamon goes in, Derek's just gonna grab him by the face and be like, "Don't fight anything unless it fights first." No matter how cool it would be, don't do it. I assume Galgamon would have been like, "Well, it'd be cool otherwise." So Derek's just cutting that one off.
Is your mic okay, Hannah? I see it flashing, but I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
That was me chewing on something. I'm not actually speaking.
Right.
I'm amazed it picked that up.
Well, it didn't fully pick it up, so that's good. You saw the flash, but not the
sound.
So what's
Okay.
Galgamon doing?
Oh, Galgamon? He's resisting the urge to run around because he can sense the solemn air of the building, but boy does he want to run around in it. He's kind of gone inside and he's just looking around. He's like, wow, this was the place. It's got open space and I want to run. But everyone seems kind of solemn, so I'm not going to. So he's just kind of shuffling awkwardly near the entrance.
All right. And Derek?
well.
He feels too big to be in this building, but he has not thought about shrinking back down. He's just gonna stay a Galgamon until.
Well, Derek's gonna follow him in, and he's not like if Galgamon's not gonna be running. Derek's completely okay with that, so he's not even gonna suggest shrinking down.
Mm-hmm.
You said there were like pews and stuff around, right?
Yeah.
Like just all over basically, or is there any specific spot?
They're in nice rows, but they're just along the way,
Derek's just
pointing
gonna
towards the altar at the front.
Find place and sit down.
All right, Derek goes in and takes the load off.
Yeah,
Take
that's
the
pretty much.
load off, Derek.
All right, Zen and Inumon, the last in.
All right. Okay. Zen's got a little bit of what's it called? Overstimulation by how many Digimon she has to scan in here or wants to scan. So she's just kind of like preoccupying herself with checking all of them out, not saying anything to them, but just kind of like walking up and being like, okay, then walking up to the next one. It might be a little bit rude or off-putting, but that's her.
Yeah. The little ones kind of freeze up a little as you walk up to them, and then just as you walk away, just like, okay.
Except for the one that got the picture earlier, who assumes it's another picture and poses.
Yes, except that one which throws up a victorious V. Zen just walks up to it. Okay. Specifically scanning, and you are connected into the database that the Surveyance Corp has so far. So pick up a couple of things on these little guys. You know that their names are Coronamon, they're rookie level Digimon, and also vaccine types. As much as it's visual, the basic information is, they have basic fire abilities. They'll gather and follow behind Digimon with strong commanding presences. And they're hanging out here, and they're just looking after the place. One of them's got a feather duster and is just dusting around. They're basically keeping the place completely tidy.
Okay. Yeah, she's like doing that. Scans the Systemon. Just walking around.
Systemon turns, tilts her head slightly as Clive and Shioko are talking to her, and looks at you but doesn't say anything. As she looks at you and you look at her, you look at her and she looks at you.
She looks at you.
And then you walk away.
Yep.
Looking up, you can catch the slight movement of the ghostly looking ones in the rafters above, but there's a bit too much distance to just get up there and give them a scan.
Okay.
And as you guys are all running around and chatting to various people or taking a load off, the very large one at the back just kind of raises a hand to its mouth,
Oh, right. Zen's gonna walk up and scan this one.
All right. Scanning's pretty quick for basic details. You've got another vaccine Digimon here, a champion level, and this is an Angemon.
All right, cool. Thanks.
It turns its head to watch you as you walk away. Oh, a bunch of social butterflies we've got here.
Listen,
all right.
Climbing a mountain's tough, even if someone carried you most of the way.
Gagamon just feels awkward because he's rough and tumble, and this place seems really it's not his style. So he feels awkward.
Speak to Angemon. So until Natty gets back, let's do Shoko and Clive talking more to Systemon Blanc.
Yeah. Okay. Shoko's just
so what brings you here? What's the story?
Oh, we're pretty much just surveying the area. We've been sent to explore and discover what's here.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. We've seen some beautiful things so far, but nothing quite as magnificent as this.
Oh, once you get up to the big mountains, you can get some real sights. Long views out over the plains. It's good.
Yeah, we'll probably head up that way soon, but we never expected to find a church here.
Oh, there's little places all over that they gather. If you go down the plains closer to the shore, there's a village down that way.
Oh, thank you. We'll definitely make a note about that. It's
If you're
important.
exploring around, the elder there, he'll tell you all about the nice places to see around here.
Oh, thank you. We'll have to ask him.
I came in over the mountains and I've set up here, and I've been here for a while though, so I haven't been too far over the glacier.
Thank you, though. Your knowledge has been very helpful so far.
Oh, well, it's always good to share knowledge. What about you? What have you seen so far? Tell me about you.
Oh, so far we've seen there was a valley and a bunch of were those moose-mon?
Yep.
Just asking out of character real quick. There was some moose-mon. They did end up attacking us, which was unfortunate, but it seemed like there was something off about them.
Oh, yeah, well, that's going to happen wherever you go. Any of the Digimon with the armor bindings left over there, they don't stop, really.
Armor
You
bindings?
got to avoid them. The armor bindings, they've got the metal that makes them stronger and more aggressive.
Is that like a natural phenomenon here?
Is that pardon?
Is that a natural phenomenon here?
Oh, no. They're all leftovers from the war.
The war?
The war?
The war. You not been around before? You not heard the stories?
I'm from way, way south, so...
Yeah, this is the first time in this area.
Oh, well, it's not this area specifically. It's ancient history, really. There was the big war that spanned from shore to shore across all the continents, and all of the Digimon marched in that, and so many of them were bound in the armor and fought in that. That's ancient. I wasn't around back then, but those who are left over from it, they keep on going, they keep on fighting.
I see. That's unfortunate.
What was the cause of the war? Do we know?
You guys don't specifically have this history, and System's like, can't say I know the reason. It just happened. Digimon, they'll fight, but usually it's not like that. But that's fine. I'm more focused on what's happening now than what happened then.
That's
That
fair.
makes sense.
Just trying to think of a question. Oh man.
In that time, what's anyone else up to?
No one's talked to the Angemon yet, huh?
The Angemon very much gave it obvious before, and then just walked up to it, scanned, walked away. It's just kind of standing there, waiting.
Eleanor's gonna just walk right up to it.
Inumon did just stay sitting there after Zen scanned it, because Inumon got tired of following Zen through all the pews.
Just staring at him with his big old eyes.
Alright, so as
Stop looking
Elmore
at me with
walks
those
up to
big old
Angemon, Angemon looks down at her and says, "Greetings and welcome to the Frostwind Sanctuary."
Thank you. You've been so charitable. We've really come a long way. I tell you, my knees.
It is the
Buckman looks
nature
over
of
and
this.
realizes she's talking to the big Underman, like, oh my god, and hurries over.
It is the nature of this place to offer sanctuary to those in need who will not cause harm for others.
That's good. That's good. How long has this place been here in doing that?
I have not kept a measurement of the time. It has been a case that has always been this way here for me.
I see. Are you calling the shots here? Are you the one in charge?
I am the head priest and caretaker of this sanctuary, yes.
That's wonderful. Well, everyone here looks quite happy. You seem to be doing a great job.
We do our best to provide a place of calm and safety in the wildness of the glacier.
That's wonderful. I think I'll, in fact, rest.
If you wish to rest, you may take a seat. Any of our pews here.
That would be lovely. She says, I'm Eleanor, and what is your name?
I am Anjuman.
Well, it's certainly wonderful to meet you. Would you like a candy?
I will be eating soon, so no thank you for now.
Oh, right. You must have an iron will. No candy before dinner. That's wonderful. Well, I'll speak to you later. Are you coming, Bakuman? You looked quite tired earlier.
I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have
All
some
right,
candy?
dear.
Can I have
Yes.
some candy?
Yes, of course. You silly critter. And she pats Bakuman's head and
Don't.
gives him, like, so much candy. Don't
Just
forget
to
brush your-
directly into his mouth.
As you're hauling out candy, one of the ghost things drifts down from the rafters to like just kind of reach a hand, not even saying anything, just reaching a hand out of its tattered cloths towards where the candy exchange is going on
Oh
to
my
try and
God.
grab at one.
Oh, hello.
Inumon also shuffles closer.
Hands off, buddy.
Now, Bakuman, what did we talk about vis-a-vis sharing? Sharing is... Sharing
Don't
is...
share his Karen.
Very good. Hello? I'm Eleanor. Would you like some candy? I see that you're quite interested in it.
It doesn't say anything, but it's definitely like waving a hand up and down.
She, like, deposits a candy in the tattered cloth.
The hand grabs the candy and the hand pulls back into the tattered cloth, and after a moment of the hand being there, it starts chewing with its mouth.
Ooh. Those are such pearly white teeth you are. See, Bakuman, this is why you have to brush your tusks every night. Otherwise, you won't have nice pearly whites like that. Digimon's right there.
Those are quite the teeth.
Eleanor's gonna ask it for its name. What's your name, dear? I see there's a lot of you here. Do you live here, or are you here to rest as well?
Once it's done chewing, it just still, like, it hasn't made a single noise, just floats back upwards without saying it.
Oh, Eleanor's gonna lean over to Bakuman and go, "Oh, they must be shy, dear."
Oh my gosh. It just ascends back up into the air.
My time here is
like
done.
It's like the vertical version of that guy who does the peace sign and then like disappears.
Basically,
I was thinking of Descending Bear, but it's Ascending Ghost.
it's ascending ghost.
See, I was just picturing Poochie going back to his home planet.
All of these things are good and true. All right. What's anyone else up to? Talk me through it.
Inumon scoots
Eleanor,
closer to
Flora,
Eleanor because of
Derek's
the candy.
Yep.
So
Derek's been lured closer by the candy as well.
no, Inumon, not Derek. Derek's
Inumon, right? Derek's taking a seat still.
Yeah, Derek is basically just like leaning. Well, I mean, as leaning back as you can in a pew without actually like laying down in it, because you know that's rude. That's rude in the real life, in the real world. But yeah, Inumon's just lured over because candy was being offered. He is a simple dog.
With simple
I
needs.
love that dog. All right, Zen, Shoko.
Choco's mostly just been like hanging out with Clive and Sister Blancmon over here.
All right, Sister Mon is very eagerly quizzing you about everything you've seen, everywhere you've been. She just wants to hear everything about you.
Clive cannot physically stop talking.
Choco chimes in whenever there's like a moment between like Sister Mon's questions and Clive's like rambling.
All right. Well, she's very enthusiastic and just hearing everything you've got to say.
I think Clive is gonna ask like what continent she's originally from, because Clive is, I think it's, if we're running normal like File Island kind of thing, I think Clive is definitely from File Island.
All right. God, what are the digital world continents? I do not have a full world map. See if I can get a quick question. So I remember the folder continent exists, and that's it. All right, there is apparently a server continent. So System on Blanc is going to confirm she's from the server continent.
Server
Originally.
continent. That's good and far. That's good and far. I've been to the server continent, but it's been a little while.
Which part of it?
Oh, I see, Taurus. This is what we're doing now, isn't it?
Yes, and.
You did this to
Fine,
yourself.
just make something up.
Um,
I was out over by the canyons. There were
Okay.
there are tons of monochromon there. They were pretty friendly.
Yeah, the desert's near the canyons, which is where I started out.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
And you guys are going to continue like that.
yeah,
We're not going to try and flesh out an entire world map here. And
world building with Clive.
World
Fun,
building
not in the
featuring
middle of the
Clive, Chioko, Sister Mom.
all right,
It's like
Galgamon, how are you doing holding it together?
He's pretty nervous, but he's just like hanging out by the entrance here, just like he's trying hard not to like peek his head out and stare at the Panjamon.
Well, the doors are closed again after you guys.
Oh, okay, the doors are closed. So yeah, he's just sitting here like a good boy.
With the social anxiety crew.
Yeah.
On that note though, Stella is gonna she might be a bit more comfortable talking to one of these little dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Comes over here like, hey guy.
Hello.
Hi. What do you guys do around here?
We keep the sanctuary clean, and we care for those who visit here to stay, and we maintain this place under Priest Anjumon's commands.
Do you get a lot of visitors?
Not many, but there are always now those who wish to take rest from the elements and aggressiveness of the glacier.
Yeah, it's cold, huh?
Hmm.
How long have you been here?
A while. I've always been around here. It struggles a little with.
No
concept of
Digimon has
time.
any concept of time.
They don't really.
Unless time is their gimmick.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't really age, that makes sense.
It starts trying to count what it refers to as deep frosts, and it gets to 3, and it's like, closes its hand again.
What comes after 3? We just don't know.
Does he actually like say the word like deep frost?
It does say deep frost out loud.
What is a deep frost?
Oh, it's when the glacier freezes over entirely. That's when everything goes to hibernation, and many Digimon come and stay around here, and many go underground, and it's...
That's concerning. She kind of looks at Bergamon like for confirmation, like, yeah, that's concerning, right? It's not going to be happening anytime soon, is it?
It looks up at the air for a moment and just like shrugs and quickly turns around to another candle, which is a little flickering.
She doesn't
and
like that answer. Just say.
There you go.
Derek, who is
Uh-oh.
sitting in a pew nearby, just like, no, that's not good. Like, eyes closed, just like, no, that's not good. He was gonna let Bergamot answer. Bergamot had an answer, but
Yeah. Gakumon heard that from a distance. Is like, don't particularly think I like that one. Can't fight the weather. Can't
Derek's,
fist fight the weather.
Derek's gonna open his
Unfortunately.
eyes and just like lean forward, like in the direction of the Coronamon that answered. It's like, how long does a deep freeze last?
Corona's like,
Short or long? You don't need to be specific.
I don't know how long we sleep for it. We go to sleep and then when we wake up, it's over.
We gotta stop asking them like time-related questions because we're not getting any.
Yeah, it'd be helpful if they knew, like.
No one's got a clock here.
Because people don't
doors-
hibernate, so we don't. We actually need a time frame on this.
The door to the entrance of the Frostwind Sanctuary opens a little. You can see Panjamon's pushed it open, and one of the Doramon is just pats in through it, just walks in happily, just pat, straight through the room without even like looking around a little bit. Curves around Stella, just walking through.
Just like ignoring us entirely.
Just walks right to Anjuman. Anjuman's like, welcome. If you would like to go and rest, and points off, and there's another little door back in this corner, and one of the Chronomon goes and opens it off, and the Doramon just kind of follows after and then heads down that doorway. And it's gone. Zen, were you still hanging in that corner?
Yeah.
You see when the doorway is open, there's stairs leading downwards, and it's pretty dark down there, and the Doramon just walks down those stairs, and the Chronomon closes the door after it.
See, I feel like
This one.
Zen would just follow without saying anything to anyone. But
All right.
I think what she does is she like picks up her Digivice and sends a text to all y'all like, hey, I'm stepping out for a minute, bye. And has a bunch of emojis, and she's gonna like try and bully past this Coronamon to just open that door.
All right. So the Chronomon opened the door as the Doramon walked through, and before it's even able to close the door, Zen just walks out. Just like, okay, sleep well, and closes the door.
Yeah. Zen gives him a peace sign.
All right, Zen, it's pretty dark in there.
Cool. Gonna turn on the lights on my eyes.
You got lights in your mask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was established the first session, I think.
Yeah,
They're not like
yeah,
bright.
they're like LEDs, not like flashlights,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's enough to see a tiny bit?
Just like so she doesn't trip over her own feet.
All right. The staircase curves a little as you're descending it. You're just following after the Doramon, who's very quickly going pat down the stairs. As you get to the bottom, there's a archway that opens up into a much larger room, and it's immediately very warm in here. And looking out, you're able to see as the Doramon just goes to your active site, and it just loafs down and curls up a little bit.
Aww.
Just quickly starts sleeping, and as its form rises and falls, you look out and you can see there's just a whole bunch of them in here who are all napping. And though it's too dark to see the specifics of it, you do get a look that there is a much larger than even Anjumon form that they're all kind of curled up around, that it is asleep as well.
Can I get close enough to scan it?
You'd have to make a roll to disturb no one if you want to get closer.
Yes. What could go wrong? That's
Alright.
stealth, right?
Yeah, it is stealth, which we
Stepping
have a
through the
roll for.
furry raptor minefield.
Okay. Stealth is agility, right?
Yep.
All right.
Alright. It's above 20 in the proposed results. For adults, above 20 is a slightly difficult task. So you begin closing in and you just neatly step around. You don't have a lot of light to work with, so you can't specifically see the details of the Doraemon, but you see their shape enough that you're able to take steps and get close enough, and you hold out. You're scanning with your Digivice, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so as your Digivice, you hold it out, it scans and lights up, and it reveals to you a Digimon that's just the Digimon that is specifically sleeping there. It is a large Digimon. The light of your Digivice is actually able to show off the details of it that's scanned, and so you get a picture of it that you can't see with your eyes specifically. It is a large Digimon, similarly furred to the others, but instead of a purple fur, it's very much bright red fur with black stripes along it and a white underbelly. It's got large wings, long tail. The wings and tail are tipped by golden spines, and a very large horn sticking up out of its head. And as you're looking at your Digivice and you're observing this and you're thinking, okay, that's what's here. There's a shift directly before you, and over the light of your Digivice, the head of this Digimon just kind of stretches and looks you directly in the eyes. And that's where we're going to stop for today.
Big friend, big friend.
I like how every time Zen
Right.
is in any kind of trouble, Inumon's off doing something else at the moment.
I feel like Zen is vibing with this Digimon in terms of like aesthetic and palette very strongly. Hell yeah.
That thing's tail is wacky.
I love all the Digimon that were introduced today.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Sistermon is so cute.
Also, I'm going to
I'm
stop
glad.
recording now.
Yeah, thank you.